Well, hello everyone. It's a beautiful Friday night. I'm on vacation. This is Lady Lisa, your high priestess from Philadelphia. I have my pretty little earrings on tonight. I'm just stopping through to, I don't know, talk about little things, a little couple things that have been on my mind lately. And again, not everybody is going to agree with me, and that's okay. I'm not on here for you to agree with me. I'm on here to speak how I feel and what I feel is the truth about things. Um, I myself have been a solitary witch my whole entire life. This new social media stuff is new to me. The practicing, well, I really don't practice with others, but I am teaching the YouTube. This is all kind of relatively new for me. So what I'm seeing on social media when it comes to people claiming that they're gifted, it's just so mind-boggling to me because it doesn't make you better than somebody if you're a high priestess, if you're a witch, if you're gifted, if you can talk to past loved ones, than the person who cannot. Everybody shines just as bright as the other. We just all shine in different ways. Let me tell you a little witchy tip about crystal balls. I've been watching a few people on social media that claim they're witches and they can talk to past loved ones. Now, I can, okay? And I thank Mother Universe for that gift. It's a beautiful, wonderful gift. Well, this one person, she uses a crystal ball. And she shows everybody her crystal ball. It's $32.95 on eBay. In order to use a real crystal ball to see any type of figure or past loved one or angel or anything you could see in a crystal ball, you have to have a real crystal quartz ball. Okay? They cost roughly about $500 here in Philadelphia, give or take. I don't know how much they may cost in your area, but here in Philadelphia, they're $500 at my metaphysical store, not $32.95. Let's clear that up, okay? So if you're ordering a crystal ball off eBay for $32.95, I can guarantee you 100% that it is not a real clear quartz crystal ball. These are just some things I'm trying to put out there for you newbies who are on social media following all these groups, and just some things to look out for before you become completely intrigued and trapped into the lies, things that aren't true, and giving up your money. Okay? When we are born gifted, we are to share our gifts. We are to freely teach and to share our gifts. Now, if you charge people for readings, that's okay. I've done it. There's some people out there that will disagree with that, and there's some people that will agree. But I could tell you this much, I do more free than I do any type of donation. And when I do a donation, my donation is going towards my father's GoFundMe cancer, and it is extremely inexpensive, and I don't stop you at a certain point. And then if the reading even takes an hour or so, I always let that person know that anytime you need me, feel free to contact me. I will help you with anything without paying a dime, any type of donation. There's people out here on social media that you need to be very careful of. And I'm just letting you know because I've seen a lot of people get hurt. A lot of people get hurt by really, really believing in these people and not knowing the true signs of a real, true gifted person. I can give a deck of cards, tarot cards, oracle cards to my granddaughter, and she can shuffle them and pick one out and hold it up to you and say, this is your card for the day. That does not mean that the child is gifted. I can give my husband a pendulum and he can move it. And you wouldn't even know he was moving it. That doesn't mean he's gifted. There are people on here, on Facebook, social media, so to speak, who are hackers. They hack into your Facebook account. They rummage through your information. They try to get all the information that they can, and then they take it back to the person who claims that they are gifted. And this person tells you everything that you want to hear so that you can pay these people. And that's how they survive, off of your money and lies. Now, there's a lot of real witches out here. There's a lot of high priestess like myself. There's a lot of very talented, gifted witches, gifted people in general. A lot of good witches, a lot of bad witches, a lot of mixed witches. When I say mixed, I mean some will do bad, some will do good. I will be the first to admit that I am high priestess now, but I will put a spell on you, good one or a bad one. I don't put bad spells on people unless you invoke me to do so. When I keep extending my hand to help you and you smack it in my face over jealousy, and you do things to me that I wouldn't have done to you, well then, hey, that's just the things that I believe in. I don't intentionally just go around and hex people or curse people because I can. I don't abuse my powers. I do more good than I do anything in life. And that's why I am truly blessed, truly grateful, and truly humbled in my whole entire life and my whole entire being. But I will be the first to admit that I will put a spell on you. And I will be the first to admit that I fear nothing. I fear nobody. I don't fear another human. I don't fear another witch. I don't fear another high priestess. I don't fear a coven. I don't fear nothing. And I don't believe in karma at all. I believe in what happens in life happens in life. It's just the choices of other human beings, if that makes sense to you. And it doesn't have to. I still love you just because you don't agree with me. You're not supposed to always agree with me. If everybody agreed with me, what kind of world would this be? If I agreed with you, what kind of world would this be, right? But I'm just trying to give you some... Excuse me, I'm getting a very bad cold here on vacation. I'm just trying to give you some signs to look out for on social media. There's actually more groups on social media that are for gifted people and witches than there are any other type of group, if you really look into it. So with that being said, you know, there's a person on social media who says she's a witch and she will do a spell every single day on her live. She will show you the opening of her circle and the closing of her circle. And she claims she's Wicca. Well, One day she claims she's a traditional witch, and then she claims she's Wicca. Well, universal law, no matter what you practice, is you are never supposed to show the opening of your circle and closing of your circle unless you're practicing with other witches in private. It's sacred, and it's a universal law. If you know anything about the Wiccan religion, when you close your circle, you're supposed to go around your circle 3 times counterclockwise to close it. This person does not. The reason why I know about Wicca and pagan, etc., is because I'm always a student. As well as as a teacher, I'm always going to remain a student. And even though I'm a traditional witch and I go by what I was taught from my ancestors, being that I've been doing this over 20 some years, I read for the knowledge so that I can help people like you who are watching me know truth from false, so that you're not caught up in a bunch of lies, because lies are intriguing. Lies are very intriguing. They're captivating. They suck you in, and before you know it, you're all caught up in a web of lies. Remember this. Real witches are not supposed to lie. As human beings, we lie. To say we don't lie would be calling ourselves a liar. But it's a universal law that witches are not supposed to lie. Witches are not supposed to eat meat either. Now, I'm not saying there's not powerful witches out here that do not eat meat, because I know some powerful witches that eat meat. I myself, I choose to be vegan because I want my abilities so enhanced. I don't want nothing messing with my abilities. I know that eating meat, the way animals are slaughtered today, that when I eat the meat, when I did eat the meat, let me rephrase that, I was absorbing all that negativity, which was making my powers, my abilities, my gifts weakened. So I turned vegan, and not only did it clear my face up, it helped me look younger. It made me feel much better on the inside as well as the outside. And my abilities, which I have many, and I am grateful for, are enhanced to the highest power. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to call this video. I know tomorrow night I'm going to demonstrate how to dress a hexing candle and how to dress a money candle, and how I would dispose of them as well. What can I say? We all have our own ways of doing things, whether we're gifted or we aren't gifted. And we all have ways that we're comfortable with, right? That's why we're out here teaching, so that maybe you could be somebody new coming into this, whether you were born this way or you just want to be a witch. And you watch these videos and you're intrigued with the way somebody dresses their candles or disposes of their candles, or how they set up their altar, or whatever the case may be. And then that's how you do things. That's how you become comfortable. Here's another tip. You're never supposed to pick your deities. Your deities will choose you. And you will know when your deities, if you choose to work with deities, and if you want to work with deities, you will know when your deities have chose you, because they will not stop calling you until you go and you get your deities. And we're going to do another video about deities too, because, for instance, Athena, very jealous, awesome and powerful and beautiful, but very, very jealous. And she will test you at first. She's not to be played with. I will not reveal the deities that I work with. Um, but I love the deities that I work with, and I have always worked with them, and I will never stop working with them. And I honor Mother Universe, and I will never stop honoring Mother Universe. But if you have a deity or deities calling you, you need to go work with your deities. Now, that doesn't mean at some point in life you can, what can I say? How can I say? It doesn't mean that in some point in life, if you want to stop working with your deities, that you can't. You can always stop working with deities. But if you feel a deity or a deities calling you, then you are supposed to go and get them and work with them. And properly know the history and the stories of your deities and how to properly give offerings to them. Because they can become temperamental, and you can wind up owing your deities if you do not properly serve them and offer them. Now, some people will say, I disagree. I walk with my deities. I don't honor my deities. And that's fine. Whatever is comfortable for you. I honor my deities. And I honor Mother Universe. I don't walk with them. I mean, I do in a way, but not the way other people will walk with them. I honor them. And if you're watching this, if you're a witch, whether you agree or you don't agree, you will absolutely know what I'm talking about. It sounds kind of foreign to people who are new and just coming into this. And that's why I wish I could just talk face to face. And being that I've been a solitary witch all my life, and I'm new to this YouTube and the group that I have running up in Facebook, I don't know how to link none of this stuff, or I would link my group and would love for you guys to come into my group because you guys could help me. Being a high priestess, running my own coven, I have a set of rules that I go by, but I have my own rules as well. And that's how every coven is ran. You have your high priestess. You have your what you would call in the mafia, your underboss, your secondary witch, and so forth. You can have up to 20 witches. I don't work with more than 4. I like to have 2 male and 2 female. In my coven, you must be practicing for 4 years or more. And there's three different degrees that you have to pass. Not an actual degree, but 3 phases, I'll say, that you would have to go past before you could be initiated into my coven. And once you're initiated into my coven, there's no getting out of the coven unless you're spelled out of the coven. And then you better hope that your spell out of the coven would work. And that's the way that I run my coven. Some high priestess may run their coven like that. Some high priestess run it differently. There's no wrong or right way. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. I just go by what I have been taught by my ancestors, who were very powerful witches. And whenever I go get a reading from any psychic that I know is real, the first thing they say to me is, you're a witch. You're psychic. And they'll bring up all my ancestors who are psychic immediately. It's quite awesome. Excuse me, I have a very bad cold and I'm trying not to show it, but it just won't leave me alone. So I'm not sure what I'm going to name this video, but tomorrow night, which would be Saturday the 10th, I believe, March the 10th, Saturday, March the 10th, I will be doing YouTube video before I go into spellcasting on how I dress a hex candle and how I dress a money candle and how I would dispose of them once they're burnt and done with. Now, when I get home, see, I'm on vacation now, so once I get home, there may be some candles that are already done. So then I will be able to show you signs and symptoms if the candles worked, which I will tell you they always work. The only time that my spells ever fail is if the client does not obey by the rules that I give the client. But there's always signs and symptoms of a candle. And we'll get to that tomorrow night. So with that being said, have a beautiful, magical night. Make the most of everything you're offered and everything that is brought to you. And remember, complaining gets you nowhere. Being grateful for what you have gets you everywhere. Manifesting everything you want into life is all up to you. The power of the mind is incredible. It's strong. It's powerful. You can manifest anything you want in 17 seconds. It's all up to you. So with that being said, love and light, blessed be, so mote it be, and until tomorrow, from Lady Lisa, your High Priestess from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.